Uh, hello, Tuesday evening, and the hot summer of 2013 continues, and once again, fighting out on the main road. All the yous and yobs from up the crescent. You're a effing dead man, you bastard. You're gonna effing die. And then they all went up the crescent at the side of the court and shouting and bawling and vile language, and the police once again arrived. And whoever decided to build this sheltered accommodation court for elderly people on this particular site must have been out of their tiny minds. The Crescent, Walton Crescent, has always been known as Incubator Avenue because they're all large 4 or 5 bedroom houses that house large families. Now, as I've said, I lived up there as a boy, youth, but life in the late 40s, 50s was very different to how it is in 2013 because now it's like a war zone. It is. Um, and really, the only thing that would ever bring peace would be if they did what I'm going to suggest, but they won't, I know. They should rehouse the lot of them up the crescent, pull all those houses down, build another large court, and then gardens for we elderly crocs to relax in the summer, and then put gates at the bottom of the crescent and turn the whole site into an old people's complex. That would be the ideal answer, but it's not going to happen. No, no. So we just got to put up with it. At least it stopped. It kicked off early. What's that round me? Oh, go away. At least it kicked off at 10:30, but not after midnight, as often happens. Because at this time of the year, of course, we all have our bedroom windows open, don't we? And always, you fucking bastards. Think, here we go again. Language, the slang term for vaginas. And one old lady said to a little boy who was riding down the crescent, there's a hill, she said to him, be careful, me duck, because you might get hurt on that main road at the bottom. He says, fuck off, you old bag. Charming. One of them called me a fat old cunt. Well, I don't mind cunt, but fat? Bloody cheap. But it's awful. Yeah, life in 2013 is not. It's not like it used to be. No, when I was a boy, because my daughter said, "Oh, when I was a boy years ago," I said, "Yeah, all right, shut up." It's true. But tomorrow I shall be reading the Big O Nubs out, and I said to a lady in Birmingham just now. She says free entertainment, Arthur. I says, well, it's hardly entertainment, Lucy. Very old people here in the late 80s, 90s. There's one old lady, 99. She celebrates her 100th birthday next year. And would you believe she still plays bingo? And the others, and me, we shouldn't have to put up with that. Yobbos, perhaps they were drunk. I don't know. Since Tony Blair relaxed the licensing hours and allowed pubs to stay open all day. At one time at 11 o'clock at night, was chucking out time, and that was it. But Blair, to get more money, said the pubs could stay open all night, the pubs and the clubs, and that's it. People now, alcohol is a terrible, terrible problem in the UK. Drunks, the police have an awful job trying to keep the peace. And somebody said today that Labour should that Labour should get back in power in this country. Got to be joking. Tony Blair and Gordon Brown. Labour was spending money the country hadn't got, and Gordon Brown was even printing money. The Tories got in, yeah, and everybody loves to slag off David Cameron. And David Cameron inherited a huge national debt, and he's trying to get it straight. Well, of course, you know, Scooby and all the rest of them. Cameron is a wanker. Yeah, they can't see any further than the end of the nose. And I shall vote UKIP. They can't make a bigger mess than Labour and Conservatives are making, even though the Conservatives, Tories, are trying to pay off the huge national debt that they inherited from the previous discredited Labour Party. And the big unions here are just wishing for Labour to get back in. Oh, yeah. And they'll put a stranglehold on Labour, you know. They'll use their usual blackmail tactics. Give us what we want, or we'll bring the country to a halt. Strike. Everybody out. That's Labour for you. In America, Labour Party is equivalent to the Democrats, and the Tories are equivalent to the Republicans. So I don't know what any of you lot over there in the USA think of the Democrats. But here, of course, Labour has always been for the working man. How it used to be years ago, and the Tories, the Conservatives, for the posher people. And the situation is intolerable. Intolerable, I tell you. So anyway, yeah, the weather. I've had to turn the fan off, of course, or you get wind noise in the mic. But as soon as I finish speaking, I've got to put it on because I suppose I shouldn't complain. You know, people were saying earlier this year, these moaning old people here, oh, we're not going to get summer this year. It'll be the worst summer on record. And what happened in July? We had glorious weather, and the heat is continuing. Turned a bit cooler, yeah, but there's still a hell of a lot of heat in the sun. We're coming up to the end of August. We'll be in September shortly. Yeah, so it's going to go down on record as one of the best summers that we've had in the UK for many, many years. And people, I mean, the weather forecasters can't predict what the weather's going to do. They said the bank holiday weekend was going to be a disaster. It was going to be, well, first of all, they said it would be fine. Then they changed their minds. They said it was going to be cold. And it's not. It's been lovely. Yeah, you know, we was out, and I'm sure they're going to put on Facebook the original programme. I was, as you know, I was on the Stocksbridge bypass, the Haunter Stocksbridge bypass, and I'm going to put the original programme on my Facebook profile that was aired in the 90s, Michael Aspel's Strange But True, and they dramatised the events using actors, of course, very good actors, and it's very scary. So I'm going to put it on my Facebook profile in a minute. I've had a bit of a problem with it. And I was on the bypass yesterday, but all is quiet now. But the paranormal groups still go up there, you know, after midnight. Yeah. So that's it. A chat for today. Excuse the bad language, but I have to say it like it is. And I'm off. As I said, I've washed all my bedding today, stripped the beds right down. I lay on a quilt because of my dodgy hip joints, and I put the 2 duvets out, and all the pillows outside to air, washed all the bedding, and it's all dried in the nice hot sun. And after a shower, it'll be very nice to get into a nice, fresh, clean bed. And as I have often said, I know I repeat myself, it is the simple things in life that bring so much pleasure. Very true, that. You listen to the words of King Arthur. Right. Bye, or Trevor's going to say, yeah, bye. Come on. Once again, bye.